Welcome back to the Black Ice. If you're part of the Black Ice crew, I appreciate you. Make sure you type Black Ice crew in the comments so people can know who you rep it. If it's your first time here, make sure you like, subscribe, and all of that. Donate $1 million, whatever feel comfortable. I don't know. So today we're going to talk about cross ice, aka cross crease passes. Now, cross creases people directly look at as one guy on one side passes to the next guy on the other side. It goes through the crease. That's typical. But if you don't have good defense, I don't care how good you are, you're not saving most of those anyway. But what you do have is a lot of cross ice pass. So you have a lot of cross ice. Some go through the crease, some don't. But some are set up for far one-timers, some set up for close one-timers, aka all cross creases. So if you know how to set up initially for that one-timer, for that cross crease, your setup is the most important. You would always hear me say, set up, set up, set up. Because if you're not set up, you can't read the plays, you can't read the plays. If you can read the plays and see it, you can save it. You're not going to save everything. Cross creases are hard. Cross ices are hard. One-timers are hard. They can be made easy, but defense, they don't help you out. You'll have a decent chance just by following these tips. So what I'm going to show you is some cross crease, some cross ice, but most importantly, the setup and the identify. You have to set up and identify. It's like eating delicious cake. The cake can be delicious, but if you don't know how it's made, you can't make delicious cake for yourself. So I'm about to show you how to make delicious cake, aka save some delicious cross crease, cross ice passes. So let's get into it. I'm back. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a little bit of gameplay from a really good team. BBB is one of the more popular, better Sixes teams. So I figured, I'm going to show you what it's like to go up against a better team because they set up cross creases, but they pause, wait long so that the goalie either moves a little bit or they take advantage of screens and then cross crease. So they set up a lot of cross creases, but they don't actually use them sometimes. And when they do, you're not ready for them because you've been set up for them. So let's get right into it. Okay, so on the first play, what you're going to notice is the skater actually has the one-timer set up or the cross crease set up, but he doesn't use it initially because the one guy's open, but then another guy's open, and he chooses to use the defender as a screen. So let's slow it down and see what we can get into. So here you see me set up for the initial puck carrier coming in, right? But take a look to the left-hand side. That guy right there is set up for a prime one-timer. He is wide open. He doesn't make the pass initially, so I'm able to wait until my defender gets out the way and clear him in order to save the shot, which then turns into a hug post the other side. But on that initial shot, we're going to go back now. You see the guy all the way to my left set up. He's going to be open because my green guy drops too far down. But then look at the yellow guy cutting through the crease. That's also a pass he can initially get to, but he couldn't get to it because their player hadn't cleared the front of the net yet. If he'd thrown it to him, it would have been a backhand. Backhands are a lot slower. I could have reacted to it sooner. So that's what I mean about the setup. You set up quickly so you can identify people cutting, posting up, etc. On this next series of plays, I want you to notice how they set up either slap shots or snap shots, one-timers to the short side, and then they set up what is going to be the cross crease, but they would have already set you up to go back to go cross crease, but you wouldn't have been able to react to it. So let's go slow, right? So the guy comes from the corner, and right now I'm not going to move because he's on his backhand. He's not going to shoot to me, but I see the guy cutting across the middle. So once I'm set up and I'm not worried about him beating me backhand, I don't move. I see the guy set up. That's where my eyes go. So that's where my next save goes. But what you have to notice here, the most important thing is I did not move. So he held it on his backhand. A backhand shot from out there is not dangerous. So he held it on his backhand. I did not move until that pass was made. Once that pass is made, because I am not moving, then I'm able to then make that one movement over. Because here's the thing. The game is played left to right, right to left, sometimes up, down, right? So if he made that initial pass back down to his right-hand side for that guy for a one-timer, he probably would have caught me hesitating to the left. Because once I'm set up, I'm thinking, where on the other side are they going to try to beat me? So if he'd made it the pass right back down to his guy on the right corner over here, he would have beaten me or had a chance to beat me, because he would have caught me hesitating, going left, thinking he was going to make that pass. So the setup, being ready, thinking ahead is more important than trying to actually save it. The save comes in as you go, as you follow, as you're able to let your eyes identify dangerous players. Okay, so this next play is a very popular way people get beat: cross crease. It's the backhand sauce from the boards. So let's slow it down. What you want to do is you want to play the guy on the boards, but once you see that guy in the middle booking it towards you and he's open, you go out a little bit and then you move down. What you do is when you go out a little bit and move down, you're now playing the pass. You're now the defender. You're trying to intercept that pass, because if it gets past you, it is a goal, because that guy's going to get it and he's going to tap it in. But you move out and down a little bit because you want the puck to either hit you center or hit your pad and get kicked outside the net. If you're too far back in your net, that pass will still hit you, but it'll trickle off into the net. So that's what you have to do on that setup. Set up, move down a little bit out, play the passes if you're the goal, you're the defender. Now this next play is your typical cross crease, where you set up and then you slide across to try to save it. Now they happen to block that, but let me show you how you set up. So first, you set up. You're good for either them going backhand, short side, or far side. Now I couldn't tell the guy that was being passed to, so initially I start out, and when I realized there was nobody I could see, right? And when I realized there was nobody I could see across the way, I pushed over and then pull LT to go into that slide animation, which is something you'll see me do on stream a lot. So it's what I would tell people to do when they're trying to save cross creases. You initially start heading over, so you're pushing right, and then you pull LT so you get that power slide in butterfly. I'm not a fan of right stick, so you'd always just see me power slide. Now this next one is just the definition of being on tilt and having to control yourself in a crapped out situation. So initially the green guy comes in and I'm thinking he's waiting for me to move so he can shoot me far side, because I'm giving him short sides, wanting him to shoot it, but he doesn't. And then he makes the pass down through a bunch of people twice. So each time I have to recover on it, because 99% of the people takes that shot. 99% of the people initially tries to shoot near side, or they wait until you overreact and shoot it back far side. He did none of that. He tried to force it. So when in that situation, what I do is I move quickly left to right, but staying within the lines of the post, because at any point in time you'll get a shot and it'll catch you moving in either direction. So contain yourself, one left, one right, one left, one right, and then when you see a control of the puck, go down. Okay, so if you watched this far, you should have already subbed already. So the key to stopping cross creases: set up, set up, set up, and read everything. So once you set up, you don't really care about that guy. You read everything. So it's been Black Ice. I appreciate it. See you guys next time.